In the top stories, police investigating fatal stabbing in New Road, shooting incident in Soho leaves one dead, and police launch Operation Reassurance to tackle upsurge in gun crimes. The details on these stories and more after the break.
In cricket, there are a few essentials: a bat, a pitch, a ball, some fielders, and plenty of refreshments. Enjoy the cricket with Angostura Chill. Angostura Chill, the official refreshment partner of the Hero CPL T20.
Are you into the agricultural industry? Do you want the funds to grow your business? Quartz Ready Cash Small Business Loans is launching the $20 million agricultural fund. All you need to apply is your ID, proof of address, and 2 references, and you will receive the funding to get the equipment, tools, products, staffing, and services to grow your business. Plus, you pay nothing down. Get flexible payment terms, fast approval, and convenient hassle-free service. Don't hesitate. Apply today at www.readyfinancecaribbean.com or call 662-9268 or 466-1640. Quartz Ready Cash Small Business Loans. Every day we help businesses succeed.
Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Channel 5 newscast. I'm Carlo Berridge. The police are investigating a fatal stabbing incident in Stapleton on Tuesday afternoon. At about 1:55 p.m. on April 4th, the police received a report of a stabbing incident at Stapleton Village. The stabbing resulted from an altercation between 2 men. The victim, Shanquil Walters, 30 years old, of Stapleton Village, was transported to the JNF General Hospital in a private vehicle where he was pronounced dead. One suspect is in custody. Investigations are ongoing. The police are appealing to persons with information on this incident to call the Violent Crime Unit at 662-3468. The police are investigating a fatal shooting incident that occurred on Tuesday morning in Soho Village, Dorset. At about 9:55 a.m. on April 4th, the police responded to a report of the shooting at Soho Village. Upon arrival, they met the lifeless body of 18-year-old Zion Huggins of Soho. Investigations revealed that Huggins was in his yard when he was approached by a group of men. He attempted to run away and was shot in the process. The district medical officer pronounced him dead at the scene. The scene was processed by the crime scene unit and items of evidential value were recovered. The police condemn these acts of violence and call upon citizens to assist the police to bring the perpetrators to justice. The police have launched a multi-organizational response to the recent upsurge in gun violence called Operation Reassurance. According to the police, this operation is designed to contain and suppress the violence while specifically targeting those who are committing these crimes and bringing them to justice. In an exclusive interview with ZIZ News, Deputy Commissioner of Police Cromwell Henry said it will be jointly executed by the security forces and they will each be stepping up their ongoing operations.
So, for example, at the borders, you will see enhanced searches, enhanced scrutiny on specific targets. You would see more stop and searches targeted specifically to persons who we have been profiling or have under surveillance for some time. You will see more execution of search warrants. The specific operations targeted towards persons who are involved in this type of activity, of course, with the aim to disrupt their operations and to gather evidence and bring them, the perpetrators of these crimes, to justice.
He said the police will also be taking steps to increase their presence in the communities and reassure the public that they are committed to their safety.
We would have our uniform patrols, our regular uniform patrols in the communities, sort of more visibility, provide more visibility in the communities, more interaction with the citizens to reassure them that all is not lost and that the community is still safe. They can still go about their daily business, and we have the type of presence that would give that assurance that they can do so in safety.
The police are also urging anyone with information about the violence to come forward and report it or any suspicious activity they may see. During the second reading of the Caribbean Community and Africa Export-Import Bank Agreement for the establishment of a partnership bill on Tuesday, Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew spoke of possible upcoming projects for the Federation. The bill, which was passed into law on Tuesday afternoon, seeks to give full effect to the agreement for the establishment of a partnership between CARICOM member states and Afrexim Bank. The Afrexim Partnership Agreement was first introduced in September of 2022 during the inaugural Africa-Caribbean Trade and Investment Forum held in Bridgetown, Barbados. In December 2022, the Board of Directors of Afrexim Bank approved US $1.5 billion in funding to enable CARICOM member states that have ratified the partnership agreement to tap into the bank's various financial opportunities.
So the US $1.5 billion financing approved by the Board of Directors of the Afrexim Bank enables CARICOM countries to access their bank's financing instruments through financing facilities that support various identified economic sectors, including tourism, healthcare, renewable energy, shipping, mining, agriculture, agribusiness, air links, and aquaculture. The Afrexim Bank will also work to support local financial institutions to source finances for SMEs.
Prime Minister Drew said discussions are at advanced stages with officials from Afrexim Bank regarding several projects for St. Kitts and Nevis. On February 17th, Prime Minister Drew signed a memorandum of understanding with the Afrexim Bank. Barbados and St. Lucia have already passed similar legislation to ratify the Afrexim Bank partnership agreement in their respective territories. After the break, Her Excellency Verna Mills pays courtesy calls and Premier clarifies expenditure for Alexandra Hospital expansion project. Stay with us.
Horses and Company Limited, providing a greener future for the exceptional people that we value.
There is no better time to discover what your National Bank Visa debit or black cards can do.
Mimi, what's that song?
It can get you out of a pickle. Using my National Bank Visa card is fast, secure, and convenient.
Cashless SKN is our new lifestyle choice. National Bank, always here.
Hey hon, what's up?
Hey girl, I just called you to tell you about this great deal that I'm about to get with an insurance company on my new car.
Really?
Yes, really, just $200 monthly for the next 12 months.
That sounds too good to be true. Does it include windshield coverage?
No, that's an additional cost.
Does it include personal accident and medical expense coverage?
Wait, no it does not.
What about act of God and riot and strife coverage?
No, you know.
Please tell me it at least includes some kind of no claims protection.
It does not.
Well friend, the math is not mathing at all. With TDC Insurance, you got one rate and all that I mentioned included.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going on the website right now to get a quote.
You definitely need to switch to TDC Insurance where the math is mathing.
At TDC Insurance Company, we take good care of you, guaranteeing you peace of mind.
Welcome back. On Tuesday, Ambassador of St. Kitts and Nevis, Her Excellency Verna Mills, paid a courtesy call on the charge d'affaires of the Republic of Honduras, Almas Armando Espinal Zuniga. Their discussions focused on participation in the Diplomatic Week 2023 and on other areas of interest aimed at strengthening relations between the CARICOM and Central American groups of ambassadors in Havana. Following the meeting with Mr. Espinal Zuniga, Ambassador Mills visited the Egyptian embassy, where she was welcomed by Ambassador Mayer El Adawi. During the encounter, both ambassadors discussed the Diplomatic Week 2023, scheduled for later this month in Bastia. Over the past 2 weeks, Ambassador Mills has been making an effort to engage colleague ambassadors with the primary purpose of encouraging them to participate in the Diplomatic Week 2023. Premier of Nevis, Honorable Mark Brantley, has clarified the total expenditure to date related to the Nevis Island Administration's Alexandra Hospital expansion project against the backdrop of contrasting figures previously released. The Premier made a statement on the issue during his March 28th press conference, explaining what led to the discrepancy between the figure given by former Health Minister Hazel Brandy Williams in her December 2021 budget presentation and that presented by Minister of Health Honorable Janelle Nisbet during the February 2023 budget debate.
These discrepancies were brought to our attention, and we asked the technical team to review the figures that have been provided. It was noted, and I think this is important, that the figures given to the Honorable Janelle Nisbet for purposes of her February 21st, 2023 presentation appeared to only represent funds paid to local contractors and did not include pre-construction expenses, consultations, etc. Efforts were made to retrieve the additional information. However, the data was deemed inaccessible due to the ransomware attack on the Nevis Island Administration, which had taken place a few weeks earlier. The total expenditure to date is $17,210,820.74.
The Premier said it was understandable why the discrepancy had caused some public concern and apologized once again for the inaccuracies. He thanked the technical team for getting the matter sorted, however urged them to ensure that the information supplied to the public is at all times accurate. Premier Brantley further stated that the members of his administration pride themselves on being open and accurate.
As the Premier of Nevis, ultimately the buck stops with me, and so I take full responsibility for the inaccurate information that had been hitherto provided, and I have sought today to provide an explanation as to why it was inaccurate, and now to give you the information as it has been furnished to Minister Nisbet and passed on to me by her.
Premier Brantley said physical construction is expected to resume in short order as they resolve some quantity surveying issues associated with the development. He advised that the government is now in the process of placing orders for some critical equipment for that hospital, including items such as elevators that have to be manufactured to specifications and then shipped. The Disabilities Unit within the Ministry of Youth, Empowerment, Aging and Disabilities is trying to conduct a needs assessment to identify gaps and fill the needs of organizations dedicated to helping persons living with disabilities to further support them. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth, Empowerment, Aging and Disability, Janelle Louis Tafari, spoke of the organizations the ministry has contacted.
Okay, the ministry is relatively new. The new administration would have noted that while there has always been support for persons with disabilities, including those who are on the spectrum, there needed to be a bit more emphasis or focus on persons living with disabilities. So since the ministry has been established in January, we have been reaching out to the different stakeholders, those organization entities that work along with persons who are on the spectrum. So that would include the Spectrum Services Center, Addie's Place, and also the St. Kitts Nevis Association of Persons with Disabilities. We've also worked closely with the Ministry of Education.
She added that she wants to ensure that persons who are on the spectrum can be included and are able to participate in every aspect of our society. Ms. Louis Tafari also noted some of the gaps that stuck out to her during the ongoing assessment.
There are some gaps in terms of service providers. As mentioned earlier, we do have a need for speech-language pathologists, behavioral specialists, occupational therapists. The current service of just 1 hour a week, it is really not enough, but unfortunately because we don't have the human resources and also the space, they're a bit limited in what can really be available. So what we do need, we need more persons who can assist these persons who are on the spectrum. Intervention, especially at an early age, can be critical. There also needs to be more support for adults because you're not a child forever. You will eventually grow up. You will want to go out into the world of work. You will want to have a family. You will want to do everything that your other family members and your neighbors are doing. And for some persons on the spectrum, they may need some support.
General Louis Tafari, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Youth Empowerment, Aging and Disability. On Thursday, the St. Kitts chapter of the Sandy Point Benevolent Society acknowledged the outstanding academic performance of primary school students at the 3rd Annual Awards and Dinner Ceremony at the Sandy Point Community Center. At the award ceremony, 3 first form students, 1 each from the 3 feeder schools of the Charles E. Mills Secondary School, received the Principal Awards. The CSEC Principal Award was also presented to 2 graduates of SEMS attending the Clarence Fitzroy Bryant College. Parliamentary Representative for Constituency Number 5, Honorable Sean Richards, praised the SPBS for its continued commitment to the people of the area over the years.
The work that the SPBS has been doing for over 2 decades goes beyond the realm of remarkable. The Society has been a beacon of hope, a lifeline for countless lives, and a catalyst for positive change within the Sandy Point community and beyond. Through scholarships, donations, and mentorship programs, the SPBS has woven an unbreakable fabric of support, love, and compassion that embraces every member of our communities.
4 students were awarded the CFBC Principal Award for having successfully completed their program at the college. Other awards included the Vince D'Souza Educational Scholarship, which went to a female and male student attending the Virchilds High School and Charles E. Mills Secondary School. A student from the Virchilds High School was also the recipient of the Brianna Dennehy SPBS Scholarship. A new award this year, the Gibbons Community Outreach Award, was given to a student who meets the criteria for this category. 2 students pursuing a bachelor's degree were awarded the SPBS Undergraduate Awards, while the SPBS Ridley Gishard Memorial Scholarship was presented to the student from Sandy Point who satisfied the other criteria for this award. Awards for students pursuing a master's degree were made in the name of the SPBS Sir Hugh and Lady Rollins Scholarship and were awarded to a past student of SEMS, while the SPBS Virchilds High School Graduate Scholarship went to a former student of that school also pursuing a master's degree. Coming up in regional news, Trinidad and Tobago minister denies bribes. The details.